Hey, this is your girl, msyelladiva. I am bringing you another episode of the first episode of Love and Marriage Detroit. This is still the second season, but you know how they do that mid-season? I don't know. Anyway, it's called Daddy's Home. It's season 2, episode 7, okay? Daddy's Home, okay? If you're new here, welcome. We do TV and movie reviews here. And if you are returning, welcome back, okay? Give me a thumbs up, like and share and subscribe to my channel, and we'll begin. Listen. When I was watching this show, I got to tell you this. When I was watching this show, I honestly felt like all the working moms feel guilty about not spending time with their kids. All the stay-at-home moms are overworked and complaining that their husbands don't, participate in raising their kids. That's bottom line on this show. Some of these arguments, I feel like they are made up for the camera, okay? And so I kind of got frustrated with it because I was just like, this is stupid. I'm sorry, Carlos. I hope it get better. Because I don't really some of this stuff is stupid, okay? But we'll get into it. All right. So Brandon is back in the house, okay? Because Brandon was not in the house last mid-season or whatever. Now he back in the house and he gonna tell everybody, he gonna shout it from the mountaintops that he back in the house, okay? He gonna tell everybody he see he back in the house. So Christina asked her daughters how they felt when daddy wasn't home. And so, what's her name? Bailey. Bailey said she was sad and she was angry. And Brenton said, I felt sad. Okay, so Brandon apologizes. He said, Daddy apologizing. He said he ain't going nowhere else. We are a family for life. And, basically that's what he said. So Christina said, I am just praying for order in this house. I don't think you're going to get it, Christina. Because Brandon don't know how to be the leader of the house. He said he ready to lead this family, but Brandon don't know how to lead a family because his daddy didn't lead his family. Okay, so he don't know how to lead this family because, the mama led the family. So he don't know how to lead the family. And so y'all still going to be in the same boat, Christina, okay? I just want to let you know, okay? You going to have to lead the family, okay? He going to have to bring home the money, and you gonna have to lead this family, baby. That's the bottom line, because he don't know how. Okay? He don't. Okay? But you married this man, and that's what you gonna have to deal with it. You gonna have to lead this family. He gonna have to pay the bills, and you gonna have to lead this family. Point blank, period. Okay? Christina, get your head out the clouds and lead your family, okay? Moving on. LaToya is feeling guilty about not spending time with her kids. Okay, she calls everybody to the table. Anthony was like, "What?" And she was like, "Oh, is that how you answer? You ain't gonna answer yes, dear, and all that other stuff." So yeah, she come and she calls all the kids to the table. Dad and the sons having handshakes and stuff like that. And so she was like, "Well, where's mama's handshake?" And so she said, "I'm and then she asked him, the little boy, how is seventh grade? How's seventh grade? He's like, fine, you know. And so basically he giving her one word answers, and she upset about that. But come here, LaToya, okay? Come here, baby. Your sons and your husband need handshakes. They need man and son, or daddy and son conversations for you to be left out in, okay? My son and his father got handshakes. I don't have a handshake with my son because I don't give a shit about a handshake, okay? They have father and son conversations, and I don't give a shit about that shit either, okay? long as his daddy ain't telling him, you know, the wrong thing to do, I don't really care. Have your father and son conversations. That's fine. My son talks to me a whole hell of a lot, okay? He is a mama's boy. He tells me a lot of stuff. And I don't particularly tell his daddy sometimes, because I don't think he should know. Okay? It is what it is, but child, I don't understand how y'all feeling left out. You the kid's mama, and you gonna always be their mama. So they can't take that away from you. And if anything, even if Anthony try to do something to you, or another man do something to you, your son's gonna beat their ass. Okay, so it is okay. Just be there for your daughter, okay? You and your daughter have a little handshakes and stuff like that. How about that? Jesus Christ. Anyway, so like I said, she got mom guilt, because she work all the time and she don't spend the time with her kid. Oh well. But Anthony said, well, the reason why the kids don't come talk to you is because you're a perfectionist. And you want them to be perfect, and they're not perfect, and so you kind of nag them to be perfect. So that's probably the reason why they really don't talk to you, okay? Because my son talks to me all the time, and he told me about all kinds of stuff, and I tell him, listen, what to do. Now, if he does it, fine. If he doesn't do it, fine. But he always comes back to tell me that I was right when I told him what to do and he didn't do it. He gonna tell me I'm right. Okay? But I don't really listen. Long as he okay, we all right. I don't need him to be perfect. I'm not perfect. And he don't need to be perfect. So you need to get that out your head, Dr. LaToya. So Kolby, LaToya, and Kimberly meet up. Okay? Kolby said they looking for an au pair for their children, for this next baby, because she's pregnant now. And so they looking for an au pair, to help her around the house and to help her with this new baby. I honestly and truly don't understand that. I mean, I guess if you got the money or whatever, I say go for it. But I honestly don't understand that, because women have been doing this over and over again, centuries. I mean, they just been raising babies and without the man got go work and come home, and then they go sit down somewhere. Not taking care of none of these kids, and they, I don't understand what it is so hard about raising children. I only got one, so I don't know, but I've raised another one. I raised my niece, so I don't understand what's so hard it is about raising children. Listen, some things just gotta, go by the wayside. So if you trying to raise a kid and this house ain't clean, fuck that shit. Your kids is taken care of. And then, I'll clean this room this day. In this room this day. Listen. You just gotta figure it out. I don't understand. I don't understand that all these people that need so much help. I don't understand it, But if you can do it, do it, So Kimberly said that she wanted an au pair, but they said they a lot of them poo-pooed that, But I mean, I don't understand. You just gotta. If you had a baby, you just gotta raise it. I don't understand the problem. So Kimberly also said that she met up with Christina, and she said there was no resolve because that was I think that was the last episode where she met up with Christina, and I think she threw Kimberly threw all Christina's clothing line or something to her. I don't know. I remember her bringing a bag and throwing clothes around this restaurant. That's all I can remember, because it was so long ago. This was last year, so I don't know. But I remember that was the last episode. So LaToya said that she told the ladies that Anthony is having a dinner for all the couples. Okay. So Brandon and Christina meet up with Bravo and Lakita. Bravo is renovating a new spot. It's called Roses Are Red, and he said it's going to be poetry and R&B music and stuff like that. And he said that, and he told Christina that'll be a good spot for your album release party. Go ahead, Bravo. Okay. But Lakita was like, make sure you're not out there all night because it's new. Well, he out there all night on the restaurants or the establishments that aren't new. So she's still complaining that he out all night, but he is out making money. Okay, he is out making money. So I don't know what the problem is. Now, if he out and he just out and you don't know where he at, that would be a problem. But if he out at the club, making money, I don't see the problem. Okay, I don't see the problem. Okay. But if he out just kicking it with his boys and and whoever else may tag along, no, that's not cool. You need to bring your ass home. Anyway, so Brandon, shout from the rooftops again. I'm back in the house. Woo! Yeah. I'm back in the house. Whoop-de-doo. Okay. So Brandon was like, yeah, my presence now we having more fun with my presence and everything like that. I told you, Christina, he's not a leader. You have to lead. You have to lead, baby, because he is not a leader. Okay, not a leader. So Christina was like, well, we had more structure when it was just me and the kids. Yes, because Brandon is a big ass kid too. You have to lead. Okay? Because he a big ass kid too. Let him make the money, and you have structure in the house. Okay? And when he get home, you just let him know this the structure in the house. You just can't be doing stupid shit, okay? This is the structure in the house. Because he a big ass kid too. He don't know how to lead a family, Christina. Anyway, so Bravo said that he's still feeling some sort of way because he wasn't invited to the man's movement Anthony threw. So Brandon was like, well, I was invited, but I wasn't invited to speak. So then Christina was like, well, maybe you ain't get the email or something like that. And so Brandon was like, you know Anthony is not an emailer. You know, he is a pick up the phone and lie to you type of guy. I said, no he didn't. No he didn't. Lie to you type of guy. He said he ain't an emailer, honey. He will lie to you in your face.
Surprise, motherfucker.
Yeah, he will lie to you in your face. Anyway, so Bravo still upset about Christina and Kimberly's shouting match at his anniversary party. And that was the first episode last year. Okay? But, okay, so he mad at Christina and Kimberly. So he said he gonna have a talk with Kimberly and Marcel at Anthony's party. But Christina is right across from you. Why didn't you talk to her and have her apologize too? Why do you have such vitriol towards Kimberly and Marcel? And Marcel didn't even have nothing to do with it. Kimberly and Marcel, and you don't have the same vitriol to the person that's across from you. Did she apologize to you for having a shouting match with Kimberly? Did she apologize? I don't remember that. Okay, so you should have the same vitriol towards her as you do towards Kimberly and Marcel. I think this whole shit is made up as well. Okay, I think he ain't mad. I think he just trying to start some shit. Basically, there it is. That's the good answer. I think he's just trying to start some shit because I don't understand why he ain't mad at Christina. She right across the table from him. Tell her how you really feel too. Okay. Oh, you gonna say that for Kimberly and Marcel? Oh, okay then. All right. LaToya tries to buy her love. I'm gonna stop. She rents a bowling alley on wheels for her son so they can do some quality time. Whatever. So LaToya and Anthony's dinner party. You know, they have the LaToya Anthony dinner party. And Anthony in the confessional, like, he is like, I hope it's not a Bravo part 2. No, Bravo Anthony part 2. And then he starts rubbing his hands and shit like, you know, yeah, I can't wait to get some shit started. Basically, that's what I thought of it. Yeah, I think, you know, he just want to get some shit started, and that's why he was rubbing his hands. Okay. But Bravo gonna get shit started. And, you know, you gonna get some shit started too. That's stupid. all of it is stupid. Every last bit of it's stupid. And y'all need to get this together. Oh, okay. So Brandon and Bravo got the same sweater on. The waiter asked, "Is there any dietary restriction?" And what's her name? Anthony said, "There no nuts for Brandon." And everybody started laughing, and Brandon looking stupid. All right. Anyway, so Bravo gets the party started. Said, "I ain't seen everybody since y'all was yelling in my house." So Marcel was like, "So you feeling some sort of way? You should address it." And so Kimberly's like, "I apologize. I didn't mean to, mess up your dinner and stuff. I apologize." So Marcel was like, "Well, I ain't arguing with anybody. That was between Kim and Christina." Now, mind you, Christina is over there silent, okay? Okay? Ain't said a word. But he got all his vitriol for Kim and Marcel. Okay, moving on. Bravo said, "Well, when I said stop, y'all kept going. Christina still ain't said a shit." And so Kim was like, "I apologize for that. I apologize for that." And Russell, in a confessional, he was just like, "Okay, well, Bravo is upset that they disturbed his anniversary party, but he technically interrupting the Thompsons' dinner party too. So, but Russell said, "But that's none of my business." Yeah, it's none of your business, okay? It's none of your business. But you are so correct, okay, on that. So Kimberly apologizes for the third time. And then Bravo said, he asked Marcel, "Well, did you apologize?" And so he said, "I apologize. This was stupid and it was made up." Okay? I don't believe none of this. Because what he got a problem with these two people and he ain't got a problem with that one at the end of the table. He just brought that to them. This all of this was made up. All of this, okay? So, Brandon, of course, I'm back in the crib. I'm back in the crib because he telling everybody, I'm back in the crib. I'm back in the crib. So, that's how I feel. He back in the crib, okay? So Russell asked all the parents, and he said he wants his daughter to go back and sleep in her bed because they put the kid down in her bed and she sneaks into their room at night, and so he said, I can't, after a while, I'm not going to put her back at 2 o'clock in the morning. Okay. So Kim said that their daughter slept with them until she was 4 and when she was pregnant. Okay. So, Anthony was like, "Well, maybe you should hire a French nanny like Russell did." And Russell was like, "It's a au pair." Okay. It's an au pair. And so, and he was like, "Some of us never heard of an au pair." And so, Russell said, to Anthony, "Well, let this be the last time you say I got a French nanny." Okay, so Anthony is drunk. Anthony was like, "Okay, I'm cool. All right, man. I'm sorry." Okay, So everybody said they ain't having no more kids, okay? Except for Russell and Kolby, because Russell want a boy, and we don't know if his sperm gonna make a boy. He may make another girl, okay? So we don't know. Then they talk about, how y'all gonna prevent getting pregnant. Y'all gonna get a vasectomy. And Bravo was like, I don't know about that. And so then they asked Brandon. Brandon was like, no, because my pull-out method never fails until it doesn't. Okay? Until it doesn't. Until she get knocked up for a third time for your third daughter. Okay? Until it doesn't. Okay? So your pull-out game is all that. Okay? Yeah. Until it doesn't. Okay? Because pre-cum has sperm in it too, baby. So until it doesn't, okay, and you get your third baby, then you think about getting a vasectomy, okay? Until you get your third daughter, okay? Because apparently y'all just making daughters around here. You and Russell just making daughters, okay? So until it doesn't. So Kolby, okay, so that's the end of the dinner. Okay, so Kolby visits Russell at his job. Kolby saying about Kyndell's potty training. She said, talking about her potty training and her her regimen, and she said, and you don't care. And Russell said, I don't. No, this one is.
Don't care, don't care, don't care, still don't care. I don't care, I don't care.
Okay. Yeah. Russell said he don't care. He don't care. And so, Russell said he retired his wife so she can raise the kids. Okay? That is the whole point. And so then Kolby asked Kyndelle, do you have to potty? And so Russell looked at her diaper. She said, he said, her diaper's full. He said, I'll go change her. And so Kolby was like, I'll go change her. And then Kyndelle was like, I want daddy to take me. I'm mad at you. I'm mad at you. And so Kolby was like, Kyndelle, that's not appropriate. And she said, I'm mad at mommy. And so Russell said Kyndelle has an attitude because mommy fusses at her when she doesn't go to the potty. And so he said, well, listen, I got a meeting coming up, so, we're going to have to talk about this later. And so Kolby was like, I'm frustrated because you don't take your potty training seriously and you refuse to discipline her. And she said, and I'm having another kid and I don't want 2 kids in diapers. And that is a relevant point. But Kolby, come here, baby. You're going to have to be the mean mommy. It is okay. It is okay. She gonna love you anyway. She gonna be a daddy girl, and daddies don't discipline daughters. My daddy did not discipline me at all. He threatened the shit out of me. Okay, he threatened me all day long, twice on Sunday, but he never put his hands on me. My brother, on the other hand, got the brunt of it. Okay, but daddies tend to discipline sons, They don't discipline daughters, so you gonna have to be the mean mommy. Okay? You gonna have to lay down the law. Sorry. You gonna have to lay down the law. So, and potty training is different. Okay? You need to reward her when she goes potty. Okay? You need to reward her more so than yell at her because she didn't go potty. Okay? But this girl coming in your bed, you need to go put her in that bed and tell her this is where you gonna sleep. And if you don't sleep in here, then you gonna have to find a punishment for her. Okay? A punishment for her. I'm not gonna advocate spanking kids and stuff like that. I'm not gonna advocate that. I did that because I'm just that type. Okay, I laid hands on my child. Okay, okay. But I'm not gonna advocate that for you. I need for you to find a punishment for her if she don't sleep in that goddamn bed. Okay, you gonna have to find a punishment for her. But you need to reward her when she uses the potty more so than nag her because she don't use the potty. But that sleeping in that bed is something different because you got another one coming, and you gonna have to figure this out. Okay, so Kolby, you gonna have to be the mean mommy. It's okay. It's okay. She gonna love you. She gonna love you. I still love my mama. Love her to death, but she was a mean mommy. God damn it, she was a mean mommy. Got trauma from that. She was a mean mommy. But I love her. I love her. Matter of fact, I gotta call her. Yes. So, anyway, that was the end of the show. Okay? I had to get that out though. I had to get that out because this show stresses me out. It really does. But anyway, this is msyelladiva. Give me a thumbs up. Like and share and subscribe and comment to my channel, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.